There have been a lot of video game films, but other than the Resident Evil franchise, which has earned over $1 billion at the global box office, yes, that's true, we looked it up, most video game adaptations are not commercially, critically, or most importantly, financially successful. Back in the mid-1990s, Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter were pummeled by critics, but they at least cracked $100 million each worldwide. All right, math major. Meanwhile, 1994's Double Dragon only made $2.3 million at the domestic box office, despite being a literal masterpiece. Recent titles, such as Warcraft, Assassin's Creed, and Jake Gyllenhaal of all people in The Prince of Persia, all lost money when marketing, merchandising, and digital distribution were taken into account. Things may seem bleak for live-action video game adaptations, but remember this, 2001's Lara Croft Tomb Raider is still the highest-grossing video game flick of all time. So, let's take a deeper look at Alicia Vikander's Lara Croft versus her predecessor, Angelina Jolie. While Jolie and Vikander may not seem like the most similar actresses in Hollywood right now, if we travel back in time, a number of surprising similarities become evident. Welcome to the year 2001. Angelina Jolie, currently 26 years old, is hot off the heels of an Oscar win in Girl Interrupted, and looking to strike while the iron's hot with a tentpole action flick. She signs on to star as the titular Lara Croft Tomb Raider, in a film directed by little-known Simon West and penned by a female screenwriter for the upcoming action film, drumroll please, you guessed it, Lara Croft Tomb Raider. The film is a hit! Hooray! Angelina Jolie is a breakout, Hollywood has a new megastar, and everyone lives happily ever after. Except for Jake Gyllenhaal. We're back in 2018! I have less hair! Vikander, 29 years old, is set to travel deep into the heart of the jungle as a new, revamped version of Lara Croft in a blockbuster action film from a little-known director with a female screenwriter. Sound familiar? Like Jolie, Vikander is already an Oscar winner, yet she is still to have that big, blockbuster breakout that puts her in the realm of movie star. Will she be the new Lara Croft for the current generation? Well, the new film is much more grounded in reality than Jolie's over-the-top actioners of a decade before, reflecting the tone of her respective polygonal avatar's most recent game, which, by the way, was a hit, hinting at a savvy new take on the character. The new Lara is not superhuman, and the violence in this new film, as with the game, has consequences. There are no fighting robots or sharks to be punched in this film, sorry Lara. Vikander's Croft is more subdued, more realistic, less willing to crack a smarmy quip with a droid-ish wit than Jolie's was. Think more Steve Rogers than Tony Stark, or, more accurately, think Diana Prince, with a little bit less charisma. Jolie's Tomb Raider still stands as the most profitable video game film adaptation of all time, with a domestic box office cum of over $131 million. The odds of Vikander taking down the top dog aren't great, but with Black Panther heading into its fifth week, A Wrinkle in Time flailing, and only a teen-centered film Love, Simon to really compete against, it is very possible that Lara Croft will win the weekend. Who's your favorite Lara Croft? Do you want to defend Jake Gyllenhaal? Do so in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching the very first episode of Heat Vision Breakdown. I am Patrick Shanley, and please join us next week as we break down more of pop culture, and we may or may not be talking about Pacific Rim Uprising or possibly Ready Player One. Who knows? I don't. I like them.
Oh my god.